Alright guys, hello and welcome to the first rendition of Curse of Strahd. I am your fearless DM, Bria, aka Wahala Squared. We will be resuming Tomb of Annihilation at a later date. Daniel has some work stuff to take care of, so let's get started. We're going to start off as level 2 characters. And you meet in a tavern. So you're in a tavern, you guys are like level 2 characters, and you're kind of short on money. Some of you are looking for fame, some of you are looking for treasure, gold, whatnot. You go up to the barkeep, ask him, where's the best place to go? He says, Waterdeep. Unfortunately, Waterdeep, it's about a 3-day journey through some mountains. You find that there are several adventurers also wanting to go to Waterdeep. Feels like there's 3 of you there. And you can kind of overhear that each of you is looking to go in that direction. So if you guys want to talk to each other, interact or not, this is kind of a dangerous path through the mountains. Barkeep says, if you guys are looking to go, it would behoove you to go together.
So we all sort of standing near the bar, or did we just are 2 of us sitting at a table and we heard the one go up to the barkeep just now?
Sure, you guys can be wherever you want to be. Just know that you all know that each one of you have been asking about where's the money, where's the adventures, and they all say go to Waterdeep. It's a big city. You can find work there. You can find adventure. You can find whatever the hell you want to find in Waterdeep. But it's 3 days journey through a winding mountain pass. It's very dangerous from where you are currently.
Okay. I'm going to say my character standing at a bar, and I guess I earlier saw your character go ask the barkeep, but I'm assuming you're going to be sitting at a table now. So I'm going to be like, oh, hey, look, that dude over there was asking as well. I'm going to go approach this table now and I guess introduce myself to this very interesting looking fella. Hello, what is your name?
His mouth doesn't move, but inside your head, you hear Fritz.
Okay. Hello, Fritz. My name is Candle.
Nice to meet you, Candle.
Nice to meet you as well.
Candle, what do you look like?
I'm a Ganassi, so I'm a flame Ganassi specifically, so I got...
So are you on fire?
No, not quite. I mean, you can see, there's an inner flame in me. My skin is red. You can sort of see that maybe there's a fire underneath my skin. I got black hair that's nice and long, but I have it braided behind me. Clearly I'm a wizard just because I'm wearing some, weak-ass armor.
You could be a cleric.
I could be. We don't quite know yet.
Could be a monk.
I'm just wearing some very simple leather armor, and I am on fire, in a sense.
You have a fire that burns from within your heart.
I know. Like the flame of 10,000 suns.
Alright. And your name is?
Candle.
Candle.
And Fitz, how about you describe yourself for me right now?
Normal human guy, about 6 foot tall, blue eyes, black hair, human. Just doesn't talk or doesn't move his mouth when you hear voices in your head.
Okay.
How do you feel about that, Candle?
I mean, at first I would have thought, hey, it's weird, but I'm literally made out of fire in a sense, and I'm the offspring in the essence of a god and a human.
So you're like, I've seen weirder things.
Yeah, I'm weird myself, so this honestly doesn't faze me at all.
Alright.
Meanwhile, I'm going to sit at my table and just rock back and forth, hoping my god will find a way to get me to water.
What's your character's name?
Ella.
It's always Ella.
Ella, hey!
I like how Effie's just laying on the TV.
Because she's the raid boss you guys are going to fight later. The big ragdoll cat.
I feel like her armor's going to be super intense because she's got really thick fur.
Oh, it will be.
Well, no, if it's got fur, we're good. We just need you at it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fire. I can ignite your cat. We can eat cat today.
Don't really know how I feel about that. Alright. So, you've introduced yourself to each other. Actually, you two have. You don't really know about this person in the corner that looks a little psychotic.
Stop eating the mini.
Are you, if you don't eat the minis, are you going to talk about your plans? You kind of knew that, you know she's wanting to go there. She knows you're wanting to go there. None of you are mentioning it yet. Barkeep did recommend it would be better to group up
Are you
for
heading to
survival.
Waterdeep?
Yeah, I'm heading that way. I'm pretty broke right now. I'm a sage, so I like to learn everything I possibly can, but I do not have any more funds to buy any more books or any of that stuff. So I'm pretty broke, so I need to do something to get some money, and hey, I'm pretty good at, like, burning stuff. So maybe someone could use me.
Arsony?
I mean,
You're an
yes.
arson?
I could be an arson if I was into doing evil things, but I'm not.
We can play people at poker and win.
We
Yeah,
could.
you can do something with their heads, right?
We
So
could.
I can read their mind.
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, we could play some poker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be down for that. I mean,
And
this
what do
tavern, though, looks pretty bland, though, when it comes to getting money. Everybody sort of looks down on their luck and
Well,
hard, so I don't think here's a
you
good
guys are in like a very poor area, and I'm not really sure how you got here.
It's chasing
You know,
the lines.
you don't really know. Nobody really knows, but you know you're in this poor tavern, and
Oh my god!
Effie
Effie, do not eat the minis!
One of our minis is now dead.
She's trying to kill my character.
because it's bright red.
Don't you fight me, I'll fight you back. Your
Effie
cat
loves-
is so fat.
I know she's like 20-something pounds.
Oh my god, you need to feed her better.
She's like, no.
I know.
She wants all the food. All right, Ella, you overhear
Oh my god.
eavesdropping that they're gonna.
She hears one person talking.
Well, yeah, you overhear. He hasn't said anything, but you get that there's some kind of conversation happening, maybe one-sided. And they're going to Waterdeep, and that was where, I don't know if your god told you to go there. Okay. He also maybe told you it was dangerous.
Are you going to Waterdeep?
Yes.
My
Why?
gods have commanded me to go to the temple there.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say no to that. I'm thinking in my mind to Fritz over here that I hope to God she just does not kill us in the middle of the night or something.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
In your head.
Yeah, all it, like this is happening in our head right now. We're not saying anything out loud. Ella's
You're
just
just-
standing there looking at us with a creepy smile on her
Yeah,
face.
and you guys are just thinking back and forth thoughts of her. Right.
Do we want to bring her and risk the chance we might die?
What is she?
I don't know.
God, send me.
Fritz, are you gonna peek into her brain?
She could be a paladin, she could be a cleric, a druid, something.
What are you thinking right now? Is the only thing I can't make you think something.
He just
It
has to.
should be
He
surface
just has to
thoughts.
peek in surface thoughts.
Yeah.
Do they know you're doing that? Can they feel? No. Okay.
No, Effie's attacking your dice.
No.
No, because it's not an intrusion. I can't force a thought
Yeah.
from their past or anything like that.
You're just kind of reading
like
what's
if
on the
we're playing
surface.
cards or something like that.
Yeah.
I can see the surface thoughts. You know, they can sit there. I got 2 jacks.
You can't press on for information like where the body's hidden.
No.
Okay.
It'd be like if we went up and asked the guard, and he goes, "What's the password?" If I can look in his thought, and if he's thinking of the password,
And he would be.
then I could tell him the password.
That's a handy
But I
thing.
couldn't sit there and go simply, walk up to him and, tell him what his daughter's name or anything like that if he's not thinking about it.
But if he was actively thinking of his daughter at home and to get her
Right.
birthday present,
Yeah.
and obviously you
and
could
if
think
he
of her
wasn't
name,
thinking of the password and he's thinking of his daughter,
you wouldn't be able to.
yeah. So it's just surface thoughts that I can do.
All right. So, Ella, what are your surface thoughts?
I'm thinking that I need to get moving towards Waterdeep. That the gods have commanded
So
me
she's
to
not
go.
thinking anything about you guys right now. She's just thinking, focused. I gotta get there.
And I
Right.
can only do it one person at a time. I can't
You
do
can't. A
multiple
whole group.
people. No.
That'd be like Jean Grey, overwhelming.
Yeah, like I said, I can only do one person. So even if I'm talking to just her, I couldn't include her at the same time. So
All right.
Effie,
There's a lot of stuff happening on the TV screen.
She's
and
chasing that line.
Effie's chasing the line.
She's watching the sound things go up and down.
She's all right.
Yeah.
So, how you're gonna get there? You wanna walk? You wanna get a horse? You wanna get a? What are you gonna do?
We don't really have much money, I don't think. I mean, we sort of all look pretty broke.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have like maybe 50 gold to my name. I'm really poor right
A
now.
level 15 monk shows up by the name of Lamp, and he happens to leave his horses and buggy unattended and drunkenly enters the tavern.
Can we see this drunken monk?
Yes.
Okay.
Very fancy horse and buggy. He's loaded, but he's also loaded in beverages. He's drunk.
Yeah.
He's not going to notice. If you wanted, to kind of rid him of his horse and buggy, he would have no idea.
Do we want to steal from this drunken fella?
You also could persuade him, since he is very intoxicated, to give it to you, if you would rather go that route.
Yeah.
Challenge him at a game of cards.
And if you wanted to buy horses, they're 50 gold apiece. And if you wanted to buy a wagon to go with the horses, it's 100 gold.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
and you have a 3-day journey.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to quite become evil by stealing from this
No,
poor
I'm going
drunken
to
fella.
challenge him to a game of poker.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that sounds like so much better.
He never turns down a game of poker. He feels like he's proficient in cards. You kind of get that from him. He's a little cocky. So yeah, he'll totally play you.
Okay.
He says, winner. He said, what's the wager? What do I get if I win? Because I'm going to win.
Her.
I'm just selling humans now.
He's drunkenly looking her up and down like he likes what he sees.
I don't know any of this is going on.
Okay.
If he's talking telepathically and he's not,
No, I'm not
He's
talking
not. He's talking out
telepathically.
loud.
I'm talking out loud, but if I'm going to try to trick
And I assume you kind of came near them because you're willing to travel with them and you kind of hear what they're planning.
Tell you in your head, just play along.
She's giving you the death stare. It sounds like he's got a plan. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like he's got a plan. You trust him? You just met him.
why not?
All right.
I'll
I will
chill.
go back to praying to my God quietly in my head.
I'm just
Okay.
going to be sitting here chilling and just like watching this unfolding. That in my mind, I know this monk's about to lose.
Okay. So he said, single elimination.
Okay.
Best hand wins. And he points to Candle and he says, you will referee.
Okay.
He's so drunk he doesn't understand that you guys were previously talking. You just think she looks cool because she looks different. Alright?
Alright.
So he's holding his cards up. Okay. And he's trying to put on a poker face like he's got a really good deck. But you can tell his tails. He has a horrible hand. And he can't fake it. Maybe if there wasn't alcohol involved.
You want to double down? You need 2 women.
Alright, yeah. Let's go for it. And he tries to put a serious face on, but you can kind of see he's sweating a little bit on his forehead.
Alright, we'll just play the cards.
I don't know a lot about poker, but I'm just going to say he had like the worst hand possible and he was trying to bluff you.
Okay.
And I'm like I'm just walking around them right now, just making sure no one's cheating. And I'm thinking, wow, those are his cards. They're pretty fucking shit. Like,
Yeah.
as loud as I can possibly think them.
Yeah. And you picked that up, I guess. But you're already reading Lamp's mind anyway.
Yeah, I'll read that.
So yeah, he says a deal's a deal, and he hands over the keys to his Porsche, his Porsche wagon, and his
Why are we getting keys?
and his Mustang horses. I mean, it's even got air conditioning. It's so fancy. Some wizard finagled that, so you're not gonna get hot.
Here's some cooling crystals up in here.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. I mean, like I'm fiery hot right now. So touching me, I could accidentally maybe burn this wood wagon down if we're not careful.
you could. So he's gonna pat Fitz really hard on the back and say, "Good game. I hope we meet again in the future." And I'm gonna need you to make a. He's gonna try to pickpocket you. So I want you to make a perception check to see if you notice that he tried to pickpocket you. Ha! Would you roll?
20.
Alright. You totally notice, and in fact, you're so smooth in noticing, you kind of like, he's so drunk, you flip him on his back, like not even trying, as he's trying to pickpocket you. It's like, hey, had to try.
Okay.
Alright, he offers to pay. I don't know if you guys were partaking in any beverages or food in the bar, but if you were, lamp to make a amends for trying to pickpocket. Fitz says that he will pay for your ticket. All you.
Maybe I had like bought some raw chicken that I just sat and cooked in my hand
Alright.
for like 5 coppers.
That's pretty awesome. But he's gonna pay for it.
That might be the pizza.
Pizza! fellow people, talk to the podcast. We're getting pizza.
Okay, so we've now got the.
You too.
It was a fast exchange.
It was already paid for.
Alright, so you guys, sorry podcast, I'm putting my mic back on. I had to get delicious cheesy pizza. You guys, you're gonna go inspect the wagon, yeah?
Yeah.
Will you get me a piece, please?
Yep.
Alright.
Anybody else want pizza?
It's,
No, thank you.
it's all kinds of different cheeses. You good? Okay.
But thank you anyway.
Mm-hmm. So you inspect the wagon. It's the coolest, most badass wagon you've ever seen in your entire life. I'm not sure if you know how to drive this thing. I mean, where there's supposed to be reins, there's not. And it's almost like maybe you're supposed to mind control the horses. I don't know who would be best suited for driving this.
Horses, can you please take us down the road?
Is everyone on the wagon?
Yeah. I say we were like loaded up in the back, checking everything out.
Okay, they're just gonna go down the road. Do you need to tell them, like, do you want to, like, just tell them left, right kind of thing? Or do you want to say a specific city you want to go to and kind of let them autopilot? Because they've been around for a while. Alright.
Yeah, the way the mind thing works, as long as it has a language,
Yeah.
I can communicate with it. Even though
Yeah.
I can't speak it, we can still communicate
Yeah.
back and forth.
You can totally talk to these horses.
So, as long as they have a thing, like, I don't know if plants and stuff have a language. If they do, it's possible, but if it doesn't have any language, like
Yeah.
an ooze, go out of this cube. I couldn't. Please don't eat me. Please don't eat me.
Please don't consume me.
What's it thinking? It's
Will you
hungry.
give me another beer?
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Okay. So yeah, I need the other thing, and I need the fire. Put this there and put the fire, and you guys gather around the campfire in the wilderness. All right, so you guys have been traveling for a while. It's getting dark.
Put your written there until you finish that one.
Do you have a map? Did anyone purchase a map?
No.
All right, you find a map in the back of the thing. It's actually kind of fancy. It's like a GPS kind of thing, and tells you how fast you're traveling. Some wizard, you know. Yeah,
Wizards.
and you decide that it's really dark, and for all their fancy technology on this cart, someone did not install headlights or even a lantern.
Oh god, dog.
So you decide, and you're getting tired too. It's probably better to kind of pull off, set up camp for the night, travel in the morning when the light's bright.
Is this cart like an enclosed thing too?
Mm-hmm.
The driver. So I mean, we could all just pretty much chill inside the cart and try to sleep in the cart.
I guess there's a lot of magic on the cart.
There's a ton of magic in that cart.
Yeah, like, we don't even need to leave this cart. We could just get inside the cart, lock the doors, and go to sleep and be real safe.
Okay. There's no doors.
There's no doors? Are there press panels?
Yes.
Okay. I press panel a door open.
And the windows are like screens. But like instead of it being like a tiny screen nowadays, it kind of looks like just a bunch of string, and you could probably stick your finger through the hole.
Big just a finger?
Probably just a finger.
Okay. I mean, hey, I'm fine sleeping in this magic cart Lamborghini.
But unfortunately, you know, it has air, but it doesn't have heat.
I'm pretty hot.
And it's going to get down to like 0 degrees Celsius tonight.
I'm like the
There's
equivalent.
snow flurries predicted.
I'm the equivalent of a fire.
But will you burn the wagon down?
I don't think so unless I get like really angry. But if I stay pretty chill, I think, like, you know, emotional wise, stay pretty chill. Not like get cold. That'd be bad.
I'm sorry if you hear chewing. I'm eating delicious pizza.
Yeah, no, I think if I stayed pretty calm, I mean, we could all just cuddle together and I would keep everyone warm.
Do you want to cuddle with a stranger?
I mean,
Where's
yeah.
my beer?
I told you I was going to give you a new one once you finish that one.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm fine cuddling.
Ella, Fitz, do you want to cuddle with a stranger in the fancy Porsche?
I'm gonna quietly cast, shield of fate.
Is anyone going to take watch?
No, we're in a safe ass wagon. We're
We're
in a
just going to
sick
sleep.
ass wagon.
We're just going to sleep, right?
Oh, yeah, we're just going to go to sleep.
Okay.
We'll accept the consequences.
Would you like to say anything to the horses before you go to sleep?
Please don't run off.
Okay. Say, stay where you are. Go to sleep too. I'll give you food in the morning. It's all good.
Yeah.
We're friends.
Are you sure then?
Alright, now I get to bring out the fun book. And you know what's happening. So you noticed that when you decided to pull over into this area on the map you found in the back of the wagon, this is called the Forest of Mist.
Purpose. If you see a great mist coming at us, run like hell.
And it was fairly misty when you guys pulled over, you know, kind of a little hazy, overcast, you know, into the night kind of thing. Nothing to be too alarmed. It's mist you've seen before. Trees you've seen before. This is all a familiar area. You go to sleep. Nothing happens. Wake up in the morning. And it is foggy. It is so foggy. Now this is the Forest of Mist, but it is so foggy you can barely see your hand in front of your face.
I trust my horses.
They're still there. Wagon's still there.
I mean, I hope the wagon's still there. We're in the wagon.
Yeah.
That'd be weird to, like, wake up on the ground.
Everything's still there. The sun's up, but it's very overcast. It's not really protruding through the clouds. You can kind of see it as a really small glow in the distance. It's not really penetrating the clouds or the mist or giving any rays.
Do we want to just keep going on our way? I mean, do you think the horses can make it? I mean,
I know the horses. Do you know where to go?
So you remember you were surrounded by trees that were very familiar to you. Would you like to kind of walk a little further out and see if you recognize your surroundings?
Sure.
Okay. Roll perception check.
Roll 2.
You saw nothing.
You know nothing.
I saw nothing. I don't know where they
You know nothing, Jon Snow. You can't. It's so foggy. It's so thick. You can't see anything.
I guess maybe I see him looking around really confused, like, I have no idea what the hell's going on in my life right now, kind of thing. So, I'll get out the cart as well and be like, what's going on?
As you walk around, it gets colder outside. It was already cold, but now it's even colder.
I don't really care too much about the cold.
Okay, all you notice.
Yeah.
Would you
Just
like?
to notice.
So no one has to roll a perception check. I'm just going to tell you. The trees that you were once very familiar with, and you've seen them all your life, you've never seen these fucking trees before. Ever. Anywhere. These were not the trees that surrounded you last night.
Wow. Look at that.
And the fog is very thick, hangs around you, makes it a little difficult to breathe, but...
This isn't a magical cart, this is just a demon ride.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll tell everyone, like, man, these trees are, like, not our trees.
I'm not your trees at all.
Are we close to Waterdeep?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I guess we can get back in the cart and hope the horses will just keep going down the road and we'll eventually get there.
Okay.
New player's not going to get to play at these throwing dice.
She's not
Probably
abiding
get
by
that
the
before-
rules.
Probably get that before T needs it.
Okay, so, yeah, what do you want to do?
I guess we're gonna load back up in the cart and let the horses just keep going down the
Okay.
path.
You can't control the horses. You can.
Yeah, I'm telling him, like, hey,
Thank
I'm
you.
suggesting this. We just let the horses take us on our way?
Yeah, I'll
Because...
suggest it to the horses.
Okay.
Please take us to Waterdeep.
They don't move, they're very confused, and all you can see on their surface thoughts is they don't know which way to go. They say Waterdeep is not here.
The horses are lost. They say Waterdeep is not here. As we are not in the city, I will agree.
Yeah, where are we then? Does that map? map we
Horses,
have?
where are we?
I mean, we have that fancy
They have
map.
no idea.
Horses don't know where we're at.
Okay.
You!
They say the forest is not the same as it was when you went to sleep.
Ask your gods.
I will ask my gods.
Okay.
Don't we have that fancy map GPS thing that, like...
You normally have a direct line to your god. For some reason here, it's like you're on the phone with someone, you know, and you're driving through a dead spot. It's like that. You can only hear bits and pieces. Oh. You can't really make out what he's trying to tell you. Your connection with him is very difficult.
I'm not getting answers from my gods.
I'd ask
Feel
them
cut
all.
off.
I'm not sure what they'd say.
We have that fancy map that we were looking at earlier.
Yeah,
Maybe-
the GPS.
Yeah, let's pull out that GPS map out. Because somehow we understand what GPS is.
What Fitz said is exactly what it's doing. Recalculating, and it doesn't recalculate. It's just going in a circle. It's so confused too.
Okay,
Come
guys,
back now.
we're 100% fucking lost. Like, it's not even a light. You know, maybe if I stood on this corner, a car might come down the road and I could ask for directions back.
A car,
Yes, a car. Another Lamborghini cart.
another Porsche cart.
Yeah.
All right.
Horses, do you see a trail to follow?
Actually, yeah, they do. They see a dirt road. Put that beside it.
Down that.
Okay, let's go down the road, guys.
In the cart.
Yeah, we're all in the cart again.
Okay.
Confused.
They go down the dirt road. It's still very misty and foggy. You can hardly see, but you know. That seems to be the plight in wherever you are now. Could be just the forest, you know. As you're going down, who's driving?
The horses.
Yeah, the horses.
Who's watching for the horses? The horses stop
Okay.
in the middle of the road. So who notices that the horses stop? Guess what I should say.
Do we feel the cart come to a abrupt stop, or does
Yes.
it just stop? So that I guess all of us would have felt it.
Put this in the middle of the road. This is not a nightmare. This is something else. But it is a horse.
Okay, so I guess we feel the cart stop. Do we want to get out the cart and be like, hey, why did the horses first before we get up the cart?
Watch
They're
this
all in
out.
the back, just chilling.
You gonna ask the horses?
Yeah.
Skeletal rider.
Skeletal.
Skeletal rider.
So there's just a skeleton in the road?
Rider.
Okay.
There's a skeleton riding a
Florida.
horse in the middle of the road. And they're
Oh.
freaked out. They're freaked out. They're like, they stopped. And the skeletal rider's not moving, but he's staring at the horses. And underneath the gaze of the skeletal rider, the horses start neighing. They're unruly and they don't like it. They sense something wrong. And you get that from reading their thoughts. They don't really know what's wrong. They feel really weird and out of place and something's wrong.
Okay, so the
Let's
horse.
talk to him.
I can't talk to them.
Why not?
The
So-
horses?
No, the skeleton thing.
Oh, okay.
So you've informed us that there's a skeleton thing, eh?
Huh?
Skeletal rider.
Do we want to get out the cart and deal with this?
Not necessarily.
Would anyone like to get closer to investigate? I would say you're about 50 feet from them currently. Horses are not moving. They're done.
Okay. I'm gonna get out the cart, and I'll approach so that there's at least 40 feet between me and the dude,
Okay.
and I'm gonna yell at him, "Do you want something?"
No response. He doesn't even look at you.
Okay. I yell back to the cart where what's his face fits.
Okay, so did anybody watch Game of Thrones?
Actually, no.
The Night King?
Yeah.
That's what he looks like on a horse.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty scary, right? Pretty intimidating.
Yeah, that's why I'm just chilling in the back. I was like, okay. I'm gonna yell back at the cart and be like,
He's kind of a bluish color in tint. You can see a lot of bones kind of exposed. He's wearing a suit of armor like he used to be some badass back in the day, but it's old and it's rusted and it is worse for wear. His eyes, piercing blue, like a husky's blue eyes, stare right through you. He's holding a sword. He's got a shield on his back, and his horse, it looks as skeletal as he does.
Okay, I'm gonna yell back at the
And there is
cart.
an eerie, otherworldly glow around them.
I'm gonna yell back at the cart to Fitz and be like, Fitz, are you getting any kind of thoughts from this guy right now?
You guys have seen Game of Thrones, right? The
No.
Black Riders? Not Game of Thrones, but Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
The Black Riders? Similar.
Okay.
What you're seeing.
Trying to read his surface thoughts.
He's not in you, man.
Nope, you're on your own.
Okay. Hey, I think we're gonna need to like deal with this guy because our horses are not gonna move because they're freaking out right now.
This is gonna suck.
Oh, get out of the car.
I don't want to talk to him. How many guys are doing?
Alright.
Hi.
He's not attacking you.
That's a good start.
He turns his... How close are you?
About 40 feet.
Okay. So you've been able to make out the description that I've said. You can see... you also see some steam coming from the horse's nostrils. And the horse is kind of stamping impatiently like he wants to get on. The rider turns his attention to you because you're close, and you address him directly from the horses attached to your cart, and yeah, he's looking at you. What did you ask?
Hello? I didn't ask anything. Hello?
Are you trapped here too?
Where's here? We were going to Waterdeep.
The land of the doomed.
That's definitely not Waterdeep.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yes, we're trapped here too.
Wherever here is.
Alright. He's gonna explain to you that you're in a land called Barovia, and any attempts to escape there's no point. He has been trying to escape his entire life and hasn't been able to. So what you see before you is all that remains of a rider and a mount, both of whom perished trying to fight something on this land. And they tried to escape from the fog that surrounds the area, and they weren't able to, and now they're cursed, and that is their plight, and their undead life is to constantly look for an escape and never find one.
Sounds like it sucks to be you.
He says, "You must kill the cursed one."
Who's that?
Strahd. That is your only escape. And with that, he drops a trinket for you and rides away. You might want to pick up the trinket.
I guess.
Using detect magic?
Huh?
I'm using detect magic.
It's magical.
Alright. Go pick it up.
Okay. So it's a little black book. But instead of putting in Hot Girl's numbers, it records your dreams. Only yours and yours alone. Dreams that you have when you're asleep.
All this really good.
In detail.
In detail. Dreams are weird, so I'm
Right.
looking forward to that.
Even though the skeletal warhorse and the rider have disappeared off into the fog, horses aren't moving.
Horses won't go any further.
No. They're freaked out. They're not moving.
We told them that the bad guy's gone now. Well, Fritz tells them.
Mm-hmm. They don't care.
They're not afraid.
They don't like this place. They're freaking out. This is not normal.
I guess it's
And
a bullet from here.
Any attempts to calm them?
Did not work.
Nope.
Okay. So I guess we're walking the rest of the way, guys. Ella's gonna agree because the human went to the bathroom.
Alright. Now there is nothing in front of you on the dirt road. If you wanted to continue the direction that the skeletal warhorse came from, you totally could.
Yeah. I guess might as well do it.
Alright. You guys travel forward probably about 100 yards, and you come upon a gate.
A gate.
Yes. It's
Okay.
closed.
Like a metal gate, wooden gate.
Yes, it is a wrought iron gate that is worse for wear. And upon each side of the wrought iron gate, you notice that there are two headless knights statues flanking the gates. And then past that are mountainous regions all the way around this entrance.
Is there like a fence connecting to this gate, or is it just this gate in the middle of the
Well,
road?
you're about 30 yards from the gate. Would you like to get closer?
I
Yes.
think like maybe
Still
to
very
20.
foggy, still kind of hard to see. Yeah, we get that. Sun's not really shining down.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to go like to maybe 20 feet towards this gate?
20 feet or 20 yards?
20 yards.
Okay. There's a difference.
Yeah, there's a very big difference between 20 feet and 20 yards.
Alright. And it's eerily quiet. You hear nothing. But as you approach the gate, this swing open before you.
Okay. Do we want to... But do we still see if there's a fence connecting the gate?
Yep. The fence reaches to the mountains, and then there's no point of there even being a fence beyond the mountains. It's so treacherous. It would take you you could pass it, but it would take you forever to get over the mountainous region that flanks the gate. It's kind of like in the... What's the word for that? In between a mountain. The gate. Yeah, the gate's in the valley, and then the mountain comes up around it.
This person must have had a lot of money to build a fence. That's going on for like how
You
many?
think so? I mean, the architecture. You want to roll and see how old you think the architecture is? You know anything about architecture? Roll history.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay.
So Ella, they decided to go through a gate that was closed, and as they approached, it opened for them. And there's 2 knights flanking the gate that are stone statues, and they're missing their heads.
Okay, so it's a 10.
Okay, you know nothing.
I know nothing.
Well, I got a 9.
Okay,
So I
you
know
also
even
know
less.
nothing. History check, see how old the architecture is.
15. I can't remember what you had.
Ella, it is older than anything you could
Intelligence.
ever remember seeing.
Do you have an intelligence?
Yeah,
Plus?
so it'd be 18.
18.
It's older than anything you've ever remember seeing, and in fact, the intricacy in which this wrought iron gate is designed looks far advanced than anything you've ever seen. It doesn't seem to be from your world.
I don't recognize this architecture. I've never seen anything like this.
But you can tell, judging by the rust and all the different things, that it's old. Very old.
I'm going to ask for guidance in my head.
Okay.
See if my gods have anything to give me.
Oh, gate. Oh, stuck. Oh, Strahd.
Can you hear me now?
That's all you hear.
Yeah. Good.
The only word I can make out with any certainty from my gods is Strahd.
That's what that dead dude was telling us we need to go kill if we want to get free of wherever we are. I mean,
Walking towards the gate.
yeah, we might as well
Walk
go
towards
to
the
the gate.
gate.
I guess while we're walking towards the gate, I'm going to pose the question: do any of you guys think or know how we possibly could have gotten here? Because we were just sleeping in a cart and woke up here.
Is there a chance any of us would have heard of something like this before?
Everyone roll history checks.
12.
I have no clue because I rolled 3.
Yeah, you don't know.
So 15.
And I was thinking, you roll with advantage because you might have heard of this being what you are.
15.
Okay.
Rolled 2.
You dice show.
No.
What did you get, Ella?
12.
Okay. What are you again? What's your background?
Ganassi, but I've traveled all over.
Okay, so you're a plains traveler. Yeah, you know this to be a completely different plane than what yours is on. And roll a insight.
Just her?
Oh god, that was a 3. My dice hate me.
Yeah, just her. Roll with advantage. Roll again. I'm gonna say you guys help her.
I rolled a different dice. Okay.
I can't
That was
help
a
you.
6.
I was gonna give you more information. Sorry.
Oh my god, all my dice hate me.
Yeah, you know you're not on a different plane. You're not in Kansas anymore, and this is a very weird place. And you know that normal rules probably don't apply here. And you have no idea how to get out. You just know you're in a different plane because you've traveled different planes before, and they were always weird like this in the beginning.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna tell people it's
Until
like,
you figured out where you were.
yeah. I guess I'm gonna tell everyone that, I think we're actually in a different plane because I've wound up falling into a few different planes in some of my many travels, and they're just weird places. Nothing ever makes sense. Nothing's ever really normal. Rules that we would normally think would apply do not apply necessarily here in this world, so we always need to be careful and wary of what we're going to encounter because we might encounter something that is just not going to agree with what we think should be happening.
Totally agree with you.
Yeah.
If you could put all the minis on this red road underneath the green stuff, get rid of it. Now I know this is going to be way too small for you guys, but I'm just giving it to you for a reference.
Yep.
You're on that red road. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need the fire anymore.
I figured you just
Unless you just wanted to carry it. If it
Am
makes
I
you
not
happier. Alright, so yeah, you guys, did we go through the gate or was still kind of...
Yeah, walking through the gate.
Okay. How far are we through the gate?
I guess we're just at the gate at this point.
Yeah. We haven't been going that fast, we're just trundling along trying to get our figure out
so
these
you're
things.
standing at the gate.
I'm like pulling out multiple D20s.
I don't care, you can go ahead. It's just, it's eerily quiet. Like,
It's unnatural.
she told you it's a different plane, but you're used to, even in a wooded area kind of like this, even on a road, you can see it's surrounded by woods. you would hear something. You would hear birds, you would hear squirrels, you would hear something rummaging around. You don't hear anything. It's dead quiet. That might be normal for here, you're not sure, you're not really know where you were, but in your world, you would hear something in these woods.
Yeah. I mean, it's unnerving, but again, like I said earlier, what we would think is normal is not normal here.
Correct.
Are we the only living thing in this first place?
We might possibly be. We have
The horses.
who we left
Who
behind.
you left
so
behind,
Who
they
knows
would-
how long they have
Like-
left?
Even if you tried to pull them forward, let's say you did, they dug their hooves in and they weren't going. That undead thing you encountered scared the hell out of them. And they were done.
Okay. Well, I guess we might as well just keep.
Did you at least unhook them from the wagon so they could
No.
maybe live as horses?
No.
Okay, they're probably going to be dead when you get back.
Oh,
Shit.